Time to say your prayers.
Help! No, help! Forgive me! Forgive me!
What was that? Do I sense regrets? Just because you apologize, you think you'll be forgiven? Just like that? Didn't you notice the dead bodies behind you?
Huh?
Your folks.
No, you're lying.
Your wife's name is Pamela, right? And your son, Paul.
What have you done to them?
Pamela sure has a mole in a unique place. You know, it kinda turned me on.
No, you didn't. You bastard!
Paul, he's such a sissy. He didn't even try to save his mother. What are you teaching your kids?
Fuck!
Do you feel the hate swelling? That hate that comes from your grudge. It's merely a reflection of you. Ask yourself, Pedro, how many children have you killed?
Mary?
You mean your little girl, Mary?
Mary, where is she?
Right here.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Poor kid. He's just an innocent little child.
I know. That's atrocious, ain't it?
Ambush at Blackburn's residence. So this guy we're dealing with is like a super asshole. Get rid of the assassin, Curtis Blackburn. So we're continuing off the first part. I don't know what the deal was with the anime assassin, but this is the actual one. Alright, so right now, a day before the Dark Souls 3 DLC comes out, so I'm gonna try to hammer this one out as quickly as possible. Also probably gonna be uploading in tandem. You're gonna see some Dark Souls DLC and Killer7 parts. Alright, I'm pretty sure he's talking about Kevin Smith. The guy who uses knives in our team. It's another change of areas as well. We're at a residence instead of a town or amusement park. It's kind of interesting. I think this is around the time where I stopped playing it the first time I ever played it. So everything beyond this point is pretty new. So it should be cool. Careful of the parking position. Alright, so we got more normal puzzles. Did I beat it? Why do I have to back out every time? I already forgot her name. The head lady. Susie. Crazy Susie. How many people has Susie killed? It's kind of ridiculous. Crazy Susie. A little bit too crazy for me. That was pretty interesting. I actually have to use his bullet to get the item. I've recently played some Castlevania, notably the PSP one.
This is too easy.
I played both Rondo and Symphony of the Night all the way through. And forget how good Castlevania is. These games are great. And if I were gonna to choose like a... God damn it. Alright, so as I was saying, I think I actually prefer the older arcade style Castlevania compared to the Metroid-y exploration of the Symphony of the Night. Goddamn, I can't talk. I do prefer that, and I think that's mainly because they provide a challenge that makes sense. Like, it's right in front of you what you should be able to do and what you can't do. That's what makes it fun. It's not to say I didn't like Symphony of the Night. I actually really enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more than when I first played the game as well. Let's do Carrier Pigeon. Dear Mirror, I tend to be a little stubborn. Even so, you'll probably forgive me. Of course you will, since you're the one who hasn't paid me. You'll pay for every last dollar one way or another, I assure you. I'll crush your palpitating heart in the palm of my hand. I'll bend your wings backward. Her name is Susie Summer. She's a loose cannon with a vicious criminal intent. She was apprehended under the National Watch program, but killed several of the program directors. After requesting work from the Smith Syndicate, she was eliminated. The boy's name is Kes Bloody Sunday, and like his namesake, he was killed on Sunday. His criminal tendencies were such that even the Smith Syndicate were reluctant to kill him at first. The boy was a remorseless killer. Born with murderous tendencies and a latent talent to construct complex bombs. The informant's name is Yoon Hyun. He's the owner of the Union Hotel Group. He met an untimely death at the Union Hotel in Philadelphia. Many celebrities were at the reception, but nevertheless, there were a few witnesses to the murder, and many of the facts don't add up. Yet one thing is for sure, he was involved with the Smith Syndicate. Rumor has it that an incident that happened at the hotel was swept conveniently under the rug. The remnant psychs surrounding the Smith Syndicate have come together, and every last one of them is a hard-boiled criminal. Members of the Smith Syndicate are no ordinary killers. They're superhuman monsters that consider psychos fair game. I will contact you one more time. Johnny Gang. Alright, so we have some more background on the other side characters, which is cool. We got a bit more background on Susie, and I'm pretty sure Bloody Sunday, or whatever his name is the kid who talks to you before any special encounter. As I was saying about Castlevania, as much as I really enjoyed Castlevania, it's still under Konami, which is unfortunate, of course. That sucks. But what can you do? I did enjoy the hack and slashers, the God of War ripoff ones. Those were pretty fun. At least the first one overall was really good, and the second one's gameplay was pretty decent. It's just that the way they handled everything else is really bad. I was like hearing some bad development on that game, which sucks. The music here in this level is awesome. I'm actually really enjoying this soundtrack. I'm beginning to wonder if there was a point to coming up here. Oh, we're finally getting some story on the anime girl. Yeah. I guess it was worth for some story. Feel like some of Iwazaru's hints are just the same thing over and over again. Or they're just kind of self-explanatory. How do we kill this dude? Alright. That wasn't too bad. I don't know how to kill these dudes though. Oh, so it's just a power shot? Wish I knew that. In the carnival level. Alright. Again, Suda and his love for luchadors is pretty crazy, and it really shows in this game, just because of how many times you use the mask. Not that I'm complaining, he's a really cool character. Again, in these later levels, switching just becomes like really time consuming, which is unfortunate. So I don't understand the reasoning for them to tell you when the map already tells you. There's like no reason for it. Fuck you! Oh, it's Omega. Let's see what Omega has to say. Alright, I guess he's just trying to like tell him some ideals. That's okay. Yeah, let's be fancy. Going under the thing. Fuck you! Yeah, I still respect what this game does. This game's still gonna look good for like years. I don't think it's ever gonna like drop down in art style because it's so unique. But the gameplay does show signs of aging, but I guess that's to be expected. But then you have games like Resident Evil 4, which I think in terms of gameplay, that game will hold up for years. I think it does. But then again, I'm biased because I really think Resident Evil 4 is probably one of the best games out there. It's not a perfect game, but it does, in terms of gameplay, it's pretty close. And I'm actually probably going to do a playthrough of Resident Evil 4 once the fan patch is out for the PC version, or the ultimate one for like ultra graphics. But yeah, I do love that game. Yeah. One of my favorites. More anime. Survival! Okay, what do you want me to do? I'll change it to this. We're gonna start shooting each other. Get wrecked! Get wrecked, lady! Oh, this is actually really annoying. The controls were not meant for this. That was not very well designed, but you know, we got it out of the way. Jeez. Yeah, there's a lot of information about Dark Souls 3 DLC that was, I guess, kind of hinted at. Not exactly true information, just more of speculation, I guess. That PvP will have poise, it'll be different. I don't know if it's just for PvP or if it's gonna be for everything, but heavy armor should be a lot more of a factor now. Instead of getting stunned all the time by R1 spammers, we should be able to have some armor against that. Not too sure, it is still speculation, and I'm not too big into Dark Souls PvP, so. But one thing is that this game may get me into Dark Souls PvP, just because there's like a whole section for PvP. Just like how in Dark Souls 1 they had the DLC with the PvP arenas, which is really cool. But I went into that pretty late, so I didn't get a chance to actually try the cool PvP they had. Yeah, pretty much everyone's an asshole in this game. It don't matter, man. You're an asshole in this universe. To the basement. Alright. This is when you know you're almost done with a chapter. Let's go kick Curtis Blackburn, whatever his name is. Kick his ass. Alright. Not sure how to take this one out. Let's just stick with Khan for right now. Let's see what's gonna happen. Well, I didn't have a chance to defend myself, I guess. I guess that's another criticism I have of this game is there's rooms where you can just die in one hit. It's not entirely fair, and the punishment is pretty damn annoying because you have to switch to Garcian and then pick up the body and then revive him
Cleaner. I can feel no remorse.
and then run back to the area you have to go to. Alright, we're gonna try the Magnum. Instead, we're gonna try to snipe him. We're gonna quick scope in Killer7. Let's see if that'll work.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Got him. Woo! Get out of here, guy. It's probably not a quick scope, it was a hard scope, right? Alright, so these hints are like hints that you would expect more of instead of the obvious ones, of course.
Danny boy, look at you. You've changed considerably. Into a badass, if I may.
Yeah, and you've changed a lot too. Into an old man. I went to see the devil. Now it's your turn.
Oh, my pupil, so tenacious of life. Guess I have to kill you again.
Shut up, before you run out of breath.
I got rid of those smiles. There's no one to disturb our game. It's just you and me.
Sounds fair, 'cause I hate holding back. Even for an old fart like yourself.
Talk all you want. I won't need 6 bullets for you.
Or 4 for you.
We'll begin when the bird flies. Can you remember that? Pink-ass punk, you're going down.
Oh wow. God damn it, bird. Stop juking me. Alright, it really takes them a while to get ready, so I can take my time. What an asshole bird. Is this how you duke it out? You wait for a pigeon to fly? Freaking asshole birds. Three times. Get out of here. Good boss. Very good
Looks
boss.
like this is your end.
Guess you think this is pretty funny.
You got quite a hobby here, old man.
Doesn't hurt to have a hobby after retirement. What do you think?
What do I think? I think what you got here is no different than what those guys do at immigration.
All I ever wanted was to shed light on my life.
You have no idea. You're nothing but a sick maniac.
Guess it's time to close the curtains.
Trying to die in style? Give me a break, you sick old man.
We washed him to death. Amazing.
Lie.
That doesn't make any sense.
Indeed.
Yep, finished encounter. Awesome. That was a really cool chapter. Both parts were really fun. One thing that was kind of annoying was the sub-boss. The sub-boss was actually harder than the actual boss. I do love the gimmicks though. Makes it a very interesting game.